YouTube, welcome back for some more Valorant in continuation with our TenZ story. We're here with the TenZ 2.0 story, the rebirth of TenZ. And I'm excited to see how his story kind of goes, because it should go down and then it should go back up because it's a rebirth story. So we're going to see how it plays out. So other than that, make sure you like and subscribe, sit back, let's get to it.
TenZ was once the king of Valorant, but almost overnight, he went from the top of the world to rock bottom.
Overnight.
It all comes down to this 12 to 11, one team beckoning for greatness, and they're gonna flash. No way! Heartbreak now for Sentinels. Dapper, it's your time to shine right about now. It's all on you, buddy. Surrounded on all fronts. It's over. It's done with.
Done champs.
Against all of our expectations, against all odds. Send Sentinels home.
Nothing I watched with regards to his
champs
play made me think that he's going to be a top tier duelist in the next year.
It was definitely kind of hard, especially our team was not really playing that well either, so it just felt like everything was going wrong.
His gameplay fell off. His fans turned on him. His life was a
Wait. I mean, they'll probably dive into it. They'll probably dive into this video, but the mouse thing.
His gameplay fell off. His fans
TenZ addresses outrage over mouse reveal. The TenZ secret mouse launch certainly didn't go as planned. The controversy that had fans dashing away from the buy now button. What the fuck happened to his mouse? I mean, we'll probably find out, but yeah, I am aware he had a mouse.
turned on him. His life was a mess. But TenZ wanted to win again. And now, Valorant's king has returned.
On the throne.
First trip cleared the dog.
Oh, this angle. Oh my god.
TenZ does it again! Drop on him, and actually, it's going to be Heretics to draw first blood, but TenZ answers back, and perfectly so! Welcome back to the international stage, TenZ. Bloody missed you. But no way!
That TenZ came back cooking.
Man is out of this world!
First one found, second one not there. It's over. Sen City, here to play, here to stay.
TenZ City.
And history
I get it.
has been made.
Sin City, like Sin City.
Going into 2021, TenZ was on top of the Valorant world. He was the first international champion in Valorant history, dominating so hard it seemed like the Sentinels era would never end. And TenZ's mechanical prowess made him more than a champion. He was a superstar. Every time he turned on his stream, he had an audience of tens of thousands of viewers watching him do anything, from aim training to playing ranked to OSU.
You will not
There we were. Light word. Damn, what a race bounce.
Oh my god.
My god.
It couldn't have been closer.
Tyson, wake up. You're playing on stage in 10 minutes.
No, the thing is that low-key, he'll get more viewers sleeping. It's weird. on
He's
Twitch.
knocked out?
Wait, everyone's just dead.
Ah, shit, the company. I'm just beneath the company.
What we got was just TenZ being TenZ, the TenZ that we know. The AIM Labs loving TenZ. They're very early in streaming Valorant TenZ. The TenZ that, to be honest, every time that we saw him on Jet, we expected something higher. And my first impression was, I think, the same as everyone else's whenever they would see an AIM Labs clip or just a Jet clip in general. This kid is going to be it.
TenZ was the face of Valorant, but his throne was precarious. If Sentinels ever stopped winning, then he would shoulder a lot of the blame. And that's exactly what happened.
And it all comes down to this 12 to 11, one team beckoning for greatness, and they're gonna flash. No way!
That's big.
Destroys three through the smoke. Heartbreak now for Sentinels.
Jesus.
It's your time to shine right about now. It's all on you, buddy. Surrounded on all fronts. It's over. It's done with. Crew against all of our expectations.
Take down
Against
Sentinel.
all odds. Send Sentinels home.
2021 ended in disaster. Sentinels bombed at champions as they shuffled TenZ onto different agents like Raze. He just couldn't reach the same level that he hit back in Reykjavik.
I think what contributed to the most was just our inability to adapt at the time. I think the chamber meta really messed with us. I think we adapted to Astra pretty well, and we were one of the first teams to actually use Astra on a lot of the maps. And so that's a big reason why we won Iceland. But when Chamber came along, we were kind of stuck up in our old ways. We wanted just to run Jet stuff. Looking at it now, I do think that if we swapped
That's
maybe
crazy,
me
though.
on Chamber earlier. I think that we would have done a lot better just because I do think that character was outstandingly broken and maybe more broken than Jet.
TenZ struggles hadn't.
I mean, that's one thing we still need to dive into the broken metas of Valorant, but I mean, that's how esports usually are. I mean, well, it depends. It depends, like, I mean, damn. I mean, I don't really think it applies to Counter-Strike that much, but like other games, there's always a meta. There's always a meta that you have to play in. You have to play in, or you're not gonna do well. Sometimes it works. Like sometimes it works if you know like you're so good that even things that are not in meta can make work. I mean, the first person that comes to mind is always Faker, because I remember Faker is a person that he literally could go against metas and use anybody he wants and cook, which is crazy. But like, you know, a lot of esports games you have to follow the meta. It's unfortunate because it's not fun all the time, but you have to adapt to the meta.
Quite caught up to his personal brand. In fact, he was finding more success through his merchandise and brand collaborations than he was in the server.
Damn,
but the
6 for
critics
10 of them.
pointed to TenZ as Sentinel's key problem. Some called him out for his shallow agent pool and labeled him a choker, while others thought Shazam just needed some extra help from a proper coach.
It wasn't exactly going to be something that Shaz could fix overnight, that the coaching staff could fix overnight, and that was already the first big demotivator for that downfall of that Sentinels roster. They need to come up with a quick answer, and that just simply wasn't going to happen with the fact that, you know, TenZ and really everyone else in the team wasn't as involved in the decision making, you know, catching up with everyone else, making sure that they really are, you know, with the meta. Everyone is playing some sort of meta agent. Sentinels simply were not doing that at this time.
You need to play,
you know, that
meta.
was just another point of maturity that TenZ needed to go through.
I've been in this spot before as a player where I haven't been at my best or I haven't been playing my best, and it's really, really hard to get yourself back into that performance mindset where you are okay with being in a slump or you are okay with not being okay with your role. Of course, I'm sure he had a lot of support from his teammates and everything, but it takes an incredible amount of mental stamina for that.
We saw
Sentinels
when we
tried to give TenZ more support, throwing
Counter-Strike.
extra coaching staff at the lineup, but it didn't help. Throughout 2022, Sentinels just kept losing. They went winless in Stage 2 of Challengers. Sentinels were so lost that they brought in Shroud for the LCQ.
That brought in
It was more
Shroud?
of a publicity stunt than anything else.
The idea got pitched to me and the rest of the team, and
I didn't even know that.
they're like, hey, like, so we have this opportunity, we can play with Shroud. And I think for the most part, everyone was down. I was especially down because I think Shroud's like an amazing like person, and also like for a lot of the young CS players that grew up, including me, like we watched Shroud like streaming growing up. I guess maybe some of his personality rubs off of me, where trying to stay chill constantly, not really reacting to stuff, and just being like kind of cracked while on stream. So it was definitely like an honor, and definitely one of my favorite teammates I've ever played with. He's really nice.
Sentinels performed
did it
better
work
than
out?
expected with Shroud, but still missed out on champions. And after failing to qualify for any international events in 2022, it was clear that something had to change. Sentinels dumped everyone except TenZ, teaming him up with world champions and superstars from North and South America. Some members of the community still questioned the new look Sentinels. It looked completely different from the team who won it all in Reykjavik, but many still believed in the only remaining piece of that squad, TenZ.
I first met Tyson.
That's even worse. Because if you guys dumped everybody out besides TenZ and then the team still doesn't work, which even like, come on, bro. Like if you guys, I mean, at the beginning it might not work because obviously you need to have that time where you guys adjust each other. You guys start building chemistry with each other because it's a whole brand new team, you know, even though TenZ is like the centerpiece of it. Even then, if it doesn't work out, everybody's gonna blame everybody's gonna blame TenZ over it. Like TenZ is that piece, TenZ is that piece, which is crazy considering the fact that what if, like, I mean, I don't know because I'm not that knowledgeable, but like, what if replacing TenZ would have been a better choice for Sentinels than throwing everybody away? You know, like what if getting rid of TenZ would have fixed everything? But again, I guess it also depends on performance, like what's actually happening in the matches. You know, what's going on besides them not being able to follow and adjust to the meta, or using the meta in general, but. The fact that guys brought in Shroud too is crazy. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know Shroud actually, actually hopped on Valorant and could play with Sentinels. That's crazy. But it's just, I feel like it's drastic. It's a very big drastic move. Like it could bite you in the ass in so many ways.
Online spring 2022 because I trialed as the head coach spot in Sentinels while I was coaching Ghost. Around, I think it was March 2022. And I had a lot of fun with him. I could tell he was a player who really enjoyed the game, enjoyed having fun with the game. He was creative. He was open-minded, and it's been a joy to work with him.
Despite blowing up the roster and rebuilding around their star player, Sentinels were still losing.
And it's all down to Leo.
Pakada, Saucy too.
What a miracle play, what a miracle performance. But Leo.
What they brought in? TenZ, Zakin and Pakada and Saucy.
He might just end it. Left down to the 1v1 second. He has to kill him and he won't do it. The hopes and dreams ended in a flash.
NRG with so many tools at their disposal. Artists trying to put them away.
Only 2 rounds.
Second in this 1v3 turned into nothing. A statement made from NRG. They looked rough last week, but they're back on top.
Pop flash play moving forwards. No one's covering it.
They're getting ran through by everybody.
Lockdown being used, squeezing the players on the site.
Oh,
and
no.
look at this. Mazzino. Oh, he's found the perfect timing.
Enemy remaining.
Slam dunk. And it's all up to Dev. The IGL just has to wait his turn. Stunned up, no time, it is halved. But with so much to do, and just not enough weaponry. 13-4 to finalize it. What a performance.
But they're getting killed by everybody. It's not just close games. It's just
2023 was somehow
horrible.
worse than the previous year. Sentinels just couldn't maintain a stable roster, with players subbing in and out,
Yeah,
and
that's
their
horrible.
IGL retiring mid-season. But for TenZ in particular, 2023 was a nightmare. His fiancée was diagnosed with cancer,
Leukemia.
and he
Oh,
was
shit.
sidelined due to illness and injury for part of the season. There was so much going on in his personal life that nobody would have
Yeah.
blamed him if he decided to take a break from competing
Hopefully he
altogether.
did.
And amidst it all, some people thought that Sentinels were performing better without TenZ.
How do you start to think about the way that TenZ fits into the squad? And is this actually a better roster in terms of agent compositions and things like that? What we've talked about has been a struggle for them so far.
It's just so weird because it finally makes sense for Sentinels. And then the question is, do you want to continue with Marv? Do you go back to TenZ? How do you change around your role? Do you have to shift
yeah,
things again? What
that's
does he
fucked up.
want?
Obviously, being like someone like him where you have hundreds of thousands of people always following you and always like rooting you on or also hating on you if you're doing bad, it's tough. It's definitely tough for him, and he needs to be really strong and honestly just ignore like a lot of the comments, but also, you know, just keep playing his game.
TenZ eventually
hard. It
returned to
gets
the
to you
starting
sometimes.
roster before the end of the season, and the team managed to pick up some wins, but missed out on champions for the second year in a row. Sentinels had shuffled every other piece of their roster, meaning the only answer left was that TenZ was holding them back.
He individually needs help and guidance, and I think also he needs a change of role. Nothing I watched with regards to his duelist play made me think that he's going to be a top tier duelist in the next year. It just doesn't seem likely unless he puts in an enormous amount of effort and that same coaching during this offseason.
I don't like watching stuff of myself too often. Like on
It's a lot
my
of
free
pressure.
time. I try not to like click on anything. When I played Counter-Strike and stuff, I used to read like basically anything and everything about myself.
No, that's the worst you could do. Fuck
I
no.
realized that it would kind of tank my mental.
The Valorant community
That's the worst. Honestly, as a content creator, that's the worst you could ever fucking do. Read comments. You know, anything you have in your socials that relates to your actual content creation job or your videos. That's the worst you could possibly do. You know, sure, there are people out there that support you. They give you a lot of good, you know, they praise you and stuff. But there's always people there's always haters. That's why. If you get to content creation, no read comments. No read comments. Don't get into that shit. Like unless the comments will have suggestions, because you're always gonna run into people that don't like you. That's part of the internet. There's always people that are not gonna like you, but I know people that just love reading comments, and it's like their mental fortitude just drops completely though. But it's like eventually you do become immune to it. I've become immune to it most of the time. I don't give a fuck. I don't. But someone's like as TenZ, bro, just having hundreds of thousands of haters. It's crazy, but that's a lot of pressure. Like, you know, if you're gone from a team and the team starts performing well, yeah, everybody's gonna look at you like you're the issue. You're the problem. Your team is not better. It's performing better than without you. And it's like, that's fucked up, especially after everything that he was dealing with personally. That's crazy.
community turned on the ex-superstar. They even
the glasses.
criticized his new mouse, forcing him to issue an apology to all his fans.
First off, I want to gently apologize for the latest launch of my new mouse. I completely understand the negative comments that are being made towards the project, and everything is completely warranted. This model for making a mouse from scratch and releasing pre-orders before the mouse is even finished has never been done before. Oh, and it was super ambitious. My management believed it was an interesting idea to review each part of the mouse step by step and allow people to pre-order if they believed in the project. Looking back at it now, I know it was a stretch to attempt to sell a mouse that had no finalized shape, specs, or weight at the end of the That's crazy. At least he knows that he was in the wrong. At least he went out and apologized for her. That, you know, that was shit. That was bad. That was a bad move on his part. I honestly thought the mouse was gonna be like an overpriced mouse, some crazy ass mouse with with shitty specs on it. But the fact that nobody knew what they were gonna get, not even the shape of it, none of it is, yeah, it's diabolical. It's like it feels like now it feels like pre-ordering games now in 2025, pre-ordering AAA games where you shouldn't pre-order shit at all. Just wait.
For last year, I definitely think that I struggled a lot with just stuff outside the game. And I think for me, whenever stuff happens to me outside a game, I can't really focus on the in-game because I do see it as like my life is like the big picture and the gaming's kind of like a smaller thing of that. It's like kind of my hobby, my passion, stuff like that. But I do think that I'm not able to perform up to the level that people expect, especially when I do have stuff going on and I'm not in the right headspace to perform at that level. It was definitely kind of hard, especially our team was not really playing.
During the offseason, Sentinels asked TenZ to make a big change. They wanted him to swap roles.
I was a little bit iffy at the start. Definitely.
It's not bad.
Playing smokes and getting used to it, it definitely feels not as fun at times, just because you do have to be you have to value your life a lot compared to maybe duelists that I was playing before.
Tyson's only changed roles, and I knew he could play like a lot of these roles because when we first started on Cloud9, not a lot of people know this, but he wanted to play Viper. He wanted to create a bunch of Viper setups, Viper gimmicks, everything with Viper. So I knew like he could play any role that he set his mind to.
This was a huge deal. TenZ's whole identity as a player was being a duelist who fragged out. Now he was being asked to run agents like Omen and provide more utility for his team.
You can be put on the side of the map a lot more. You can be a lot less in the action, and at the same time,
yeah, but you're also being useful.
The mini map, like seeing what's going around, seeing what smokes you have to throw, like how you can support teammates. I do like the aspect of Omen, having the flash and being able to support people through the smokes, but I do think that anchoring is not really my forte even still, but I am still getting better at it day by day.
5v5 full HP attempt to the retake as double swing comes out here on ramp.
As long as you make it work, that's good.
Divine all taken down. John Mooney on for the ace here in the pistol round. We're not going to be finding value. What a fadeaway shot. Takes out the Vi. Oh, the snap from TenZ. Cleans up two. I didn't even see him fire at Mon yet. The lob board on the cage, the fragment down.
Jesus Christ.
But TenZ will be the finisher. 13-6. Sentinels fly to South Korea, and they claim their first trophy in years.
There you go.
Sentinels took down top teams in the offseason with TenZ playing his new role, but their true test would come in the VCT season. And although they lost their opening match to the defending America's champions, TenZ and Sentinels wasted no time answering back.
Now, Cryo could get peeked from a variety of different angles.
Oh my, what is that?
One's in a punishable spot here.
Yeah. What?
God damn. Easy.
Okay. Realizes he's being threatened. He's picking out the place. He's body blocking them. They're spamming him down. Flash, play, anti. Having a dodge and Juke.
He's running around with Yoru.
Second. It's monstrous. And Sentinels are going to the brains.
Works.
Sentinels ran the gauntlet, taking down each and every team in their group. 100 Thieves, Leviathan, G2, and MIBR all fell. Sentinels were in the playoffs, and they looked incredible. Every player on the team was stepping up to close out maps, but TenZ's play in his new supportive role is what really caught everyone's attention. He was fragging out and making aggressive plays, but also setting up his teammates and letting them take the spotlight.
This is the renaissance of TenZ. This is you. Your Omen is now literally iconic. You can see that sign right there. TenZ, me go Omen, me smoke. Literally, it's so iconic. You talked about it before, but talk to Sen City in the audience.
That's dope though as a player. You made it work.
What it's like being on Omen and being on these different roles than you were used to in the beginning of your career.
Omen.
Yeah, it's definitely really interesting. Since I never really played the role previously, I've been getting more comfortable on it. I've been adding my own flair to it, so I've been having fun.
The changes worked. TenZ was now one match away from qualifying for an international.
Is that one of those blob fishes? Ugly ass fishes? That's what it looks like. Yeah. But that's big as a player, being able to adapt to a whole new role. That's what that's what I love flex for. I love flex players because flex players can do anything and cook. That's why it's always big to become a flex player.
event for the first time since Champions 2021. But the best team in the world was standing in his way. NRG were America's team, but TenZ was ready to solidify his comeback.
I personally felt that NRG, they played really slow and they contacted a lot, or they would kind of kill sound around the map and then pop. So I was able just to get on top of that box. I saw a little gap and I knew that they would run into the crossover.
Is this?
Cleared the dog. Went all the way around the pillar.
That's a nasty peek. Over the smoke, that's a nasty peek.
Can they counter? No. TenZ with 4. Second gets the last. OT on the cards.
TenZ is still alive here.
And he still on side with the up. Trying to land the shots.
Oh,
no. Missing
Gone.
everything, going wide. He's out. And now
That was big.
JQT shows up and he peeks back in. As he
Quick scope on the ass.
Re-peeks.
Oh my gosh.
Now with the shorty. Still.
Oh my gosh, it's not planning for him.
It's going to be a 2v5. Can Demon 1 pull this off?
Oh!
Can he pull it off? An angel of deliverance is instantly clipped from his wings.
7-0 on
Around
Edgy.
having to reload. Where's the cover? There it is.
Oh,
Crashy Saucy 1v1.
Oh, he's so confident.
4 bullets left.
Woo!
Switches weapons. Time is of the essence.
The wall bang on Saucy.
It's been years that fans have had a reason to celebrate, but tonight, Sen City burns red.
Sen
Welcome
City.
to Madrid.
Sentinels dominated NRG on the deciding map, and TenZ top fragged the server while playing smokes. But the grand finals against Loud wasn't just a seeding match. The winning team would receive 3 championship points to give them a head start towards Champions qualification. TenZ and Sentinels rose to the occasion. After a 5-game bloodbath, TenZ emerged as the MVP, taking Sentinels to Madrid as the America's champions.
You will be going to Madrid as the America's Kickoff champions. What does this mean for you to have seen your team's journey and make it this far?
Yeah, I'm just really proud of the team. Appreciate all the fans that have been cheering us on. It's been amazing. It's just been an experience.
Shut up the haters too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And in his return to the international stage, TenZ
Had a bundle?
off.
Let's see who gets the drop on him, and actually, it's going to be Heretics to draw first blood, but TenZ answers back, and perfectly so!
I'll remember this clip.
Welcome back to the international stage, TenZ. Slutty missed you. But no way! He's still going!
Ace.
Man is out of this world!
That was definitely like
You're the
a
crowd,
moment
bro.
where I was
The
like,
crowd in the
okay,
back.
I'm back. Like I've
by the Sen bundle. That's what it is.
been out of the VCT like international stage for so long, and so being able to come back and just do that on my first round was very like on the script.
Sentinels took down Heretics and Carmine Corp, setting them up for a rematch
It's Loud again?
against Loud.
And 2 potentially to fall, 2 years and less together now, tapping it out, but there is no chance, there is no hope. Sentinel.
And they beat Loud again. Sentinel on the roll.
It was close, but once again, TenZ came out on top, putting Sentinels in the upper bracket finals. And even his opponents couldn't help but praise him.
Being able to bounce back from where he was in the first year, like being on top of the world and being kind of like not making it to internationals to now
It's big.
like being super close to winning a Masters. It's something to admire for sure, because he never gave up, you know. So it's really admiration I have for him.
But TenZ's next opponent ended the winning streak.
Gen
Gen
G
G started by embarrassing Sentinels on their best map. It wasn't even close, and the decider, Breeze, was a disaster. Sentinels got dismantled.
Players from Gen G here ready to fight. Meteor the first to take it, and he won't stop. 3 kills already. It's left it all to Sassy, and it's done just like that. Tag is received. Thunder's Fury is popped. Push up by Sassy. And the headshot angle.
That's not with a sniper.
With 2 kills and a third. He retook it all by his lonesome. And it's Sassy to look to punish. John QT gets it half, but they're both extremely low. The time is running out, and now it's gone. History
There goes Sentinel.
Korean Valorant.
Bro is sweaty.
13-3 Sentinels.
We didn't show up at all on that map. We weren't playing and talking, and you know, our atmosphere wasn't okay, and it wasn't how it usually is. And there's stuff we can learn, and I can learn, and I could have done a lot better with to make sure that we didn't have that happen, and we went in with the right atmosphere, and then maybe we would have won split, maybe we would have lost it, and we could have given a better answer to what happened, but we had no chance.
I definitely think against Gen G, the first time around, we just didn't play really well as a team. We were definitely kind of like mentally out of it for that day. especially me individually. I felt like I was just completely out of the game that day. It was kind of a hard loss to take, but I mean, just as kickoff, like if we get knocked down, we can still get back up.
If TenZ wanted to lift the trophy, he'd have to put that loss behind him, because waiting for him in the lower final was Paper Rex. PRX were a perennial top team, and they were coming in hot after a 2-0 victory over Loud, but they couldn't stop TenZ.
Forsaken still fighting, still trying to do it. This is going to be on TenZ. You've got to see Saucy buy time. He's got to try and play this fight. Oh, he plays it so well, and then no idea.
Down the one tap, that deep. Thank you. The one taps.
13, Sen, claim map 2. But TenZ still here already, herding them around this map and waiting for that cross. Sharp as ever, he's getting one, he's got the
damn. Give him 4. Oh, never mind.
He's at least got wingman as
damn.
well, but TenZ just holding that cross. But it's down to 1v1, and of course it's going to be TenZ. Is he the one to do this for them? The return to the
teleport
stage like this.
That's a fire innovation, the forward teleportation.
To step up. Mind Freak on the other side. He's going to hear this. Did he spot him? Did he see him? 2 already in the round. A 3rd would be needed. It's creeping closer. Mind Freak's not stopping. He's got to check.
Oh!
He does! Sentinels are going to the grand finals!
Damn!
TenZ and Zekin dominated PRX with a combined 161 kills to earn Sentinels a rematch against Gen G in the grand finals. TenZ's play allowed Zekin to shine, but even in a more supportive position, TenZ was still finding ways to make the role his own.
I'm kind of speaking for him here, but he's always said that he likes to play a self-sufficient role, like a role that he can kind of be alone on and do what he does best. I would say as the game has progressed, Duelist has transitioned from like just one dude running around trying to kill everybody to a more standardized, like this is how you play, you need to go for these entries, you need to go for these peaks. Like he shines so much on Omen, it's a character that he's self-sufficient on. He can go for stuff and then TP out. Transition to Omen has definitely like suited his playstyle.
After we beat Paper X, we knew that the Gen G match was going to be tough, considering the fact that there is the advantage of like being able to, I think they get to ban the first 2 maps and then pick the first one as well. It was definitely really tough, and being able to play against their better maps first was difficult.
And a hell of an advantage waiting for them. That
but if you beat him on it, that's even better.
Looks brutal.
And sweeter.
There are players here. Great dash forwards with that flash. It's all combined and calculated. Munchkin layers it down now with the hits. Dropping down in this position, he's already found Celsius. Where's the follow-up? Where's the follow-through? It's not there. Grabbed and out, dash forwards, but Munchkin again. They weren't expecting it right from behind. It's the IGL Oasis, scared for his life. Too much to deal with. Too much to deal with in the Gen G. Lead the charge here in our grand finals of Madrid, taking map 1.
Taking the first.
Sentinels eked out a win in overtime on Bind to even up the series, but Gen G kept pulling ahead. They won Ascent, putting them on tournament point. Split was do or die for TenZ.
I definitely think Split was very like high tension. It was definitely like really adrenaline pumping, just because I think both teams were playing really well, us and Gen G, and I do think that the map was decided based on like the little things like the clutches we were able to make and the multi-kills we were able to get.
It's always a small thing that's stacking up for a dub.
Micro plays rather than the macro.
Playing it onto Heaven.
It's always a small thing to stack up.
Flash repeat, no, not through main. Adjustment.
God damn, the transfer. It was so fast. I'm second.
With 4 ripped away.
God damn.
Texture. Matters into his own hands. He's just blitzed his way onto the site now and out through the back of it. Neurofect. Maybe some false information, but they are looking everywhere now. Smoke. Drop down. Texture. Sticking. Half. Deny.
That's big. That was fucking massive.
To extend that play in the series. To take it all the way to Icebox. A tap. Forces it out. The first low wave of the util. All the flashes flying through, and so do the bullets. Lakia.
We gotta pick through that.
A lot to do, and it's just impossible.
There you go.
Is on the cards.
The atmosphere looks lit. The atmosphere looks crazy.
5th and final map, heading into the decider with all the momentum. Icebox, a map Sentinels hadn't won all season, was TenZ's last shot.
Until now.
Glory.
Until now, but late the number.
He just sees it, head poking over, but now has to respect it. Players all around him. Sassy, your turn to strike back if you can. While the iron is hot, and hot it is. They drop.
That jump shot was crazy because that spray goes everywhere when you move.
Here's Zekin. Matters into his own hands. avoiding the charge with the dash just collides
Shut him down.
right into the collision of 14. There needs to be the adjustment. It's not there. An inevitability.
Actually did it.
Can Gecko's little the beast plant the spike? Is that what just happened?
Tag, just say it.
My God, we did it. Ranked to rookie to tier 1 play. To Stew. 1 man 2. First one found. Second one not there.
That's it. They take it off. That trophy looks fire.
Here to play. Here to stay. GG.
Holy shit, the comeback. That's a double looking trophy. Imagine being a TenZ supporter and seeing this shit.
I feel like Gen G actually used up all their energy early on and kind of fell flat at the end. I mean, Jordan was standing up, like yelling on the stage, like stomping, jumping, stuff like that. It's like he was excited. Yeah, we were definitely just, we kind of like leveled up our energy, and that kind of ended up us even playing well on a map that we weren't even that comfortable on.
Nearly 3 years since his first triumph in Iceland, TenZ was a champion once again. He fell from glory. He switched roles, all in pursuit of victory.
I do think the Madrid trophy felt a lot more satisfying to win, just because Iceland, it did feel very easy, so to say, a lot easier than what Madrid felt. I think Madrid, it really felt like we actually had to like work for it. There was moments where like I felt like I struggled a bit, and I didn't really feel that with the other events. But also, I think the presence of the crowd at Madrid made a big difference.
Atmosphere is fire, bro.
The stadium was all in red. I'm pretty sure I saw a lot of Sen fans.
Honestly, it's just an amazing experience getting to do it with these guys here. Being able to lift it once again, and of course, a big shout out to the amazing audience here in Madrid, Spain. Appreciate all the fans of Sentinels, and thank you to my family.
TenZ has
reinvented
No one thought he'd find his past form again.
That's
but
dope.
The reason he's found so much success playing in this new system with this new iteration of Sentinels is because he's made that role his own. He's now part of an elite group of players who have managed to win 2 international titles, and that experience is invaluable.
What did you learn from the previous edition of the roster, from being on top to then falling down and having to do it all over again? And maybe have you given any of that advice to your teammates now that you have a trophy and you're coming back into that same situation?
Mainly, you have to stay up to date with the meta. You have to make sure you adapt. I think that's one thing that we didn't do previously on Sentinels before, and we kind of fell behind because of that. So I think adapting, making sure we're up to date, and obviously not getting complacent, like making sure we're grinding the same amount that we did before the event even, and just keeping up the hard work.
And regardless of where TenZ's journey takes him next, he will always be the first and true king of Valorant, the face of the game.
I mean, I've thought about it before of like what I'd want to be like remembered as. Personally, I just want to be a good influence on people that want to like go pro in the future. I try to be like a good role model because
it's humble. I love it.
Like
I respect
other people that I saw growing up were good role models to me. I kind of want to be that back.
I respect it.
It's like kind of like paying it forward, I'd say.
Like, I honestly respect it, being humbled. That's it. That was great. That was actually great. I love that. I love the story, because it's a comeback story, but it's a crazy comeback, and not insane in the sense like a lot of shit that happened for him, but it's like I love his comeback story a lot because he, how should I put it? It's like it's something that it's hard to come back from. Because like I feel like all the negatives hit him at the same time, like a lot of things happening in his actual life with his significant other, getting leukemia, you know, the team performing better without him as well, the team getting a whole roster change, already on top of everybody hating him for how Sentinel has been gone to the ground, you know, a lot of negatives hit TenZ. Even his mouse reveal was a whole negative shit that happened. Like there's a lot of factors that will bring somebody down, like drastically bring him down, and it's crazy. But I love the fact that how he came back as basic, like a complete different TenZ in terms of like the game itself, because Bro came back in a more supportive role playing smokes, but he was still cooking on smokes. That's actually pretty fucking dope, because even, you know, a lot of people are always scared to play support roles because support roles are always like, you know, I'm not the star of the show, which I don't think TenZ feels like the kind of person, like, you know, I want to be in the spotlight, I want to be him, I want to be everything. He doesn't feel like the kind of person at all. But like a lot of people in the play support role don't really like, they don't really know that supports could do a lot of big plays as well. And TenZ showed it too. Like, not just in Valorant, it's a lot of games. Supports can actually clutch up a lot. But like the way he plays support is like it worked. It benefited him especially because you know you hang out by yourself. You get some picks here and there. There's always gonna be clutch plays to be made. Support your duelists as well. Support your team in big plays. But bro has been cooking. Bro cooked. And like it doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody could be a flex player. Some people are ride and die on one single role, and they can't make it work. They can't make other roles work, and then they crumble, and that's it. They lose their whole identity. Not for TenZ. Now for he picked up his new role, and you know obviously start off slow as it should be, because it's not gonna be that's it. I'm a great flex player, but bro, he grew into that role, made it his own to the point where people made a meme out of him with the omen smokes. That's funny as hell though. But yeah, that's actually a great comeback story for him. That's actually a phenomenal comeback story, because a lot of shit was going on with Sentinels like that, and how fast they just dropped the Sentinel team just dropped instantly his fall. And then, you know, a lot of people just want to see you there, but then bro rose back up from the dead and clutched up. Damn TenZ. Honestly, I love his personality. I really love his personality, because he's very chill. Like, he's a very chill, calm guy. Literally like a chill, calm guy. Like, he doesn't have like a crazy, exaggerated persona to just put display for, you know, on the stage. He's not a villain, which I do love. I do love villains. Like Crim6 is one of my favorite players, because Crim was that as a little toxic. Even Clay's there, but damn, that's a great story. That was a great story for Sentinels as an organization, and for TenZ as well. And I guess I can't really say much about being the face of Valorant, but bro's been there since the beginning, so he kind of deserves that spot. But of course, there's obviously better players who are going to come along the lines, but he was there in the beginning. Bro cooked again. It's a great comeback story. It's actually a great comeback story. Life and the game hitting you at the same time, and that didn't keep you down at all, and you rose back and cooked back, and you won a champ, bro. That's fucking big for TenZ. God damn, though. But yeah, that was awesome. But besides that, I have more videos coming up soon of other players. Don't worry about it. We do have a lot of more players to check out. I've been reading your guys' comments regarding suggestions. Don't worry about it. We have a lot of people to watch. All right, don't worry about it. We have a lot of people to watch. But again, it's up to me to choose which one we want based on interest. Is it going to be a story? Is it going to be a clip? Or both? Who knows? But besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. It was a great comeback story. I just love comeback stories. Like Paper X story, the comeback Paper X. It felt good too. It felt awesome, you know? It gets you hyped. But besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.